What if the same quantum principles that allow particles to exist in multiple states simultaneously also apply to you and your consciousness? The mathematics behind reality itself may be telling us something profound about who you truly are. When I first encountered quantum physics in my studies, I was struck by how dramatically it challenges our intuitive understanding of reality. The double-slit experiment stands as perhaps the most revealing window into quantum weirdness. When scientists fire individual electrons through two parallel slits, each single particle somehow travels through both slits simultaneously, creating an interference pattern as if it were a wave. Yet when observers attempt to detect which slit the particle travels through, the interference pattern vanishes, and the electron behaves like a discrete particle again. This demonstrates a fundamental truth about our universe, that at the quantum level, particles don't exist in definite states or locations until they're observed. The implications suggest our reality isn't the fixed, predetermined system we perceive, but something far more fluid and responsive to consciousness. Quantum entanglement takes this strangeness even further. When two particles become entangled, they form an instantaneous connection regardless of the distance between them. Change the state of one particle, and its partner instantaneously reflects that change, even if they're separated by galaxies. Einstein famously called this spooky action at a distance, because it seemed to violate his understanding that nothing could travel faster than light. If particles can maintain instantaneous connections across vast distances, aspects of your consciousness might similarly connect across different realities. The version of you reading this right now, and the version who has already achieved your deepest ambitions, might be entangled aspects of the same quantum system. Hugh Everett III proposed the many worlds interpretation in 1957, and despite initial ridicule from the scientific establishment, it's now one of the most seriously considered models of quantum mechanics. Everett suggested that every time a quantum event occurs with multiple possible outcomes, reality branches to accommodate all possibilities. In this framework, when you make a decision, you're selecting which branch of reality you'll consciously experience, while other versions of you experience different outcomes in parallel universes. Max Tegmark, a physicist at MIT, has classified possible types of multiverses into 4 levels of increasing complexity. His level 3 multiverse directly corresponds to Everett's many worlds interpretation, where quantum events create branching realities. In his book, Our Mathematical Universe, Tegmark writes that these parallel worlds are not just a figment of our imagination, but a natural consequence of quantum mechanics. Similarly, Michio Kaku, co-founder of string field theory, has proposed that our universe may be just one bubble in a multiverse of universes, each with potentially different physical laws. In string theory, Kaku explains, we have multiple universes, and universes can give birth to other universes. These scientific frameworks directly support the concept that your ideal self already exists. The mathematics behind these theories is the same mathematics that allows your smartphone to function and drives medical imaging technology. When the equations of quantum mechanics are followed to their logical conclusions, they point to a reality far more complex and interconnected than our everyday perception suggests. Every time you've faced a major decision or life-changing moment, the quantum view suggests that all possible outcomes actually occurred, branching into separate realities. The version of you who got the promotion, started the business, wrote the book, or maintained the healthy relationship exists right now in a parallel branch of reality. This conclusion is drawn from our best mathematical models of how reality functions at its most fundamental level. Quantum field theory suggests that everything, including your thoughts and consciousness, exists as patterns of vibration in underlying quantum fields. Just as radio receivers can tune to specific frequencies to receive different stations, your consciousness might be tuned to perceive a specific reality among many possibilities. This tuning determines which branch of the quantum multiverse you experience subjectively. David Deutsch, a pioneer in quantum computing at Oxford University, argues in his book, The Fabric of Reality, that the multiverse explanation is the most straightforward interpretation of quantum physics. Rather than inventing complex mechanisms to explain away parallel worlds, he suggests accepting the mathematics at face value. Multiple realities exist and interact through quantum effects. Recent experiments have pushed the boundaries of quantum effects into increasingly macroscopic scales. Researchers have demonstrated quantum superposition in molecules containing thousands of atoms, far larger than previously thought possible. These experiments challenge the conventional wisdom that quantum effects are confined to the microscopic realm. Dr. Stuart Hameroff and Sir Roger Penrose have proposed that quantum processes might occur within neural microtubules in the brain, potentially creating a bridge between quantum physics and consciousness. Their orchestrated objective reduction theory suggests a mechanism by which quantum effects could directly influence cognitive processes, providing a physical basis for how consciousness might interact with the quantum nature of reality. The implications transform how we view personal development. If branches of reality exist where versions of you have already overcome your current challenges, perhaps the transformation you seek isn't about building something from scratch, but about aligning with a reality where that transformation has already occurred. Physicist John Wheeler proposed the concept of the participatory universe, suggesting that conscious observation plays an active role in creating reality. His delayed choice experiments demonstrated that observations made in the present can seemingly influence events in the past. If consciousness helps shape reality at this fundamental level, then perhaps your awareness itself is a tool for navigating between parallel realities. This may explain those moments of sudden transformation that seem to defy conventional wisdom about how change happens. We've all heard stories of people who, after years of struggle, suddenly shifted into a completely different mindset or capability, as if they'd connected with a different version of themselves. From the quantum perspective, that's exactly what may have happened, not metaphorically, but literally. Throughout history, our most transformative scientific discoveries have repeatedly revealed that reality is stranger and more magnificent than our limited perceptions suggested. From discovering that Earth isn't the center of the universe to realizing that time and space are relative, science has consistently expanded our understanding beyond comfortable boundaries.